the new Miss America is from Mexico. Ironically, her crown features a lot of ice. Jesse Peyton, I got a little whimper out of him. I got something. Jesse is one of those guys. He's a professional comedian. He's in studio right now. And if you're funny in front of Jesse, because he hears so many jokes, he'll go, yeah, that works. Normal people will be like, ha ha. Jesse's like, oh, that works. That's good. That is how Jesse reacts to comedy.
I would like to highlight the fact that when you did that joke, I was less than quiet.
You were. What did I got nothing from you? No?
No.
Can I get a round two on that one?
You got another one?
All right.
Another zinger?
All right. Elon Musk's AI assistant Grok bragged about his oral sex skills. Now we know how he got Tesla shareholders to give him $1 trillion. No? Hello? Hello?
Is this thing on?
Is this Jesse Peyton in the building? Probably the funniest guy I know. Probably the funniest person most people know. There's a reason other comedians hate you. You are not new on the scene. You've been around for a while,
right.
but you surpassed a lot of other comics from your community, your scene, your industry, and that has created haters for you. And to anyone out there that might not be a comedian, a welder, a small business owner, a guy that, that is even if they don't do what you do for a living, I got to think there's something very familiar about that sentiment.
No, absolutely. And it's less about the it's hatred or jealousy. It's more about a political stance. I'm a right-leaning comic, and in entertainment across the board, there's not a lot of space for conservatism or, being libertarian, and I am, and I have radical beliefs like there's two genders.
What?
Yes.
I learned that when I was 6. Boys have a penis, girls have vagina. Boys have a penis, vagina.
Which is also the same song played on the elevators on Epstein Island.
That's correct. Yes, exactly. They're like old men in their penises, little girls in their vaginas. Hi, everybody. Oh, I forgot to mention, we're on the radio. We're also live streaming on social media. Jesse and I spent the weekend hanging out in Gulfport. Well, we were in Bay St. Louis. We were at the Silver Slipper Casino. Boy, I love those crab legs. I could eat a lot of crab legs, dude.
Yeah, it was great. That whole trip was so much fun, man. I always have a good time.
We had a good weekend, and Jesse, you're the only guy I know who goes to, because Silver Slipper's a fun casino, and I'm not a gambler. I'll play blackjack. If I spend $500 at the blackjack table, I figure I'm entertained. It's fine. I lost the money. I've never seen you lose money at a casino.
Yeah, that's because I don't post my losses, Kenny. But yeah, no, I do. I love to gamble, but I'm the type of person I'll take $5,000 trying to win 1,000. I don't try to take 1,000 trying to win 50,000. So it's unrealistic.
But you are a professional poker player.
I was, yeah.
Can I tell the story about Operation Comedy Therapy this year? This won't embarrass you?
No.
Operation Comedy Therapy. Me, Jesse Peyton, Chad Prather, Eric Knowles. This was the biggest one yet. We sold hundreds of tickets. We've been doing it for over a decade. I could remember when we first started doing those, it was 20 disabled military veterans, and we couldn't serve beer because they were all in a treatment program. And so it's changed a lot since then. It's gotten bigger and bigger. And anyway, this year, hundreds of people there, packed house at the Bad Astronaut Brewing Company. The press is there, the media, there's journalists there, listeners, and politicians running for offices, all these people. Jesse Peyton, the organizer of the event, nowhere to be seen. Where's Jesse? Jesse is off in the corner in this giant facility. He's off in the corner with an iPad in front of him, looking at his iPad like this, watching football games on a Sunday. Jesse, what's going on over there? I can't talk. I just lost $5,000. The next day, so we make a bunch of money for charity. Jesse loses money. The next day, I called Jesse to thank him, obviously, for organizing this event with us every year. He does an awesome job. Jesse, why is it so loud? Where are you? He says, I'm driving to Lake Charles. I got to make the money back from that game. That was football games yesterday.
That's right.
And how did that go?
It went well.
You made it back.
I made it back.
To say
I made exactly the number. I went down there and I was like, as soon as I hit this number, I'm leaving. And I hit the number and left.
All right. So when you're in Lake Charles, don't they have, what do they have there? They have
everything. Blackjack.
No, but they have Dragos. Food, I was good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm not a foodie.
I'm a fat kid deep down inside.
Yeah.
So.
I remember when you were a fat kid deep down outside.
It's true. He's right about that. So, okay. So on that note, did you know we have a new partisan polarizing issue? Eating with a fork.
Yes.
You've heard about this.
I didn't know you were racist.
Yes.
You and your utensils.
I actually embrace this. This is the silliest, dumbest thing. Ever since Zorhan Mamdani ran for mayor. Now you have people on the far left saying that forks are an example of colonialism and white supremacy. And I think this is great, because if there's people that have never given a damn about politics before, they don't care about the economy, maybe you're a rich kid, you don't care about immigration, you're not losing your job to some immigrant, you don't care about gun rights, you live in a gated community, you don't care, not a woman, not getting an abortion, we've suddenly got a thing. If you don't want sticky fingers and you don't want to eat with your hands, now Jesse Peyton, that is a polarizing issue. Watch this absurdly stupid video. Hang on, I got to turn the music off here. Let me pause that. Here, watch this. All right, so we're watching. Those of you listening on the radio that don't get what we're looking at right now, it's an Indian girl. Could be Sri Lankan. I have no idea. And they're just eating rice off a giant leaf. The leaf is the plate. It doesn't look like there's anything else on the plate except the rice. And what is that? Like one single nugget? I don't know what it is. What do you immediately know about this white guy that's eating food?
He is unhappy. This guy hates his girl. And this is like, these are the hoops I have to jump through to see moderately attractive women naked. And I hate my life.
Is it worth it?
It's not worth it.
Would you do this?
Absolutely not. I would punch her in. I can't say that.
I would, figuratively speaking, punch her in her emotions with some logic, is what you were about to say.
Absolutely.
Obviously, yes.
What kind of beta male soy boy is this?
Yes, of course. Yes. That's what he meant to say. Boy, look, he does look miserable, though, doesn't he? She's thrilled. She loves it. She's just conquered him. Using her nethering. Now look at him. Look at the look in his eye. Pause it right. Hang on. Right here. That's the spot. That's the spot where he says, look, I've been defeated by this woman. She's better than me. There's nothing I can do about it.
That's the face of, hey, if somebody would have picked me in dodgeball when I was 8 instead of leaving me on the sidelines and I have to jump through, it's horrible. Poor guy. I feel bad for this dude.
What's the saddest thing you ever did to get some snookies?
The saddest thing? I don't know. Kenny, I mean, I don't know.
You can't. I know you know. You just won't say it on the radio.
I really can't. Well, we didn't prep for this one, but
who among us? It's okay. We didn't. I don't know. He's immediately running through all the stories in his head, thinking what will get me into trouble and what won't.
Yeah, my brain is buffering right now. There's a large database. I've been in a, I had a little hoe phase after my divorce. It's, that was 8 years ago.
Sure, yes, 8 years ago was your 8 years ago was your hoe phase after your divorce. I always feel like PCD, postcoital depression. There's a lot of things a man will do to meet or get with a woman, and then the moment it's over and he realizes what kind of person she is, there's that moment of terror in his mind where he thinks, wow, why did I do this? And nowadays, for a lot of seemingly moderate, flyover, middle American, cisgendered, heteronormative Caucasian men.
Racist.
Yes.
Racist.
Well, that's a good segue to this, Jesse Peyton. It has never been cooler to be racist. If eating with a fork is racist, right? Obviously it is. We all agree. That's a no-brainer. How would you define this?
I love to overcharge white people and organizations and do pro bono work for black orgs. And that's just me being very blunt. I will give them ridiculous rates, and then I'll have like a nonprofit or a black org or somebody doing some work, and they'll be like, I've only got this much money. And I'm like, keep it. A white person just cut me a check. Let's do this for free.
The funny part is she thinks that's the flex. The white dude gave you the money.
Right.
He slept great. He had extra money to give you, and you talk about how you took advantage of him. What kind of pile he's sleeping on? He's Uncle Scrooging, swimming through his gold coins right now. You caught 1 shekel. You want to brag to the other rats how you got over on Uncle Scrooge.
Also, if you're the white guy that hires this woman and you see this video, isn't this kind of telling you next time you hire someone, you're being overcharged by someone that openly hates you?
Yeah.
Look, I don't, you know me. We hang out with all colored people, women, men.
Yeah.
I don't care. Yeah. My friends are white, black, brown, whatever. But if I saw one of them charge me for a service and then turn around and be like, this sucker, what a dumbass over here. Look, this isn't about race to me. I'm just not going to hire you anymore after that.
Of course not. That's hilarious.
Is it possible that part of the reason why this woman feels like she's being oppressed by white people is because she feels very comfortable openly denigrating white people, and reasonable white people are now distancing themselves from her?
Or what if the shoe was on the other foot? What if that was me going, hey, every time a black dude comes up, I charge them triple because they're stupid, and then I give it to a white, I would be crucified for saying something like that. And she's glorified for it. It's wild.
But you do hire a lot of comedians, right?
Yes.
And you pay the white comics more, right?
Never. I make it a point when I do comedy showcases, go back and look through the flyers. I try to put a white, a black, and a woman on every show. Not because I need to. They're my shows. I can do whatever I want. I just think that it's good for the show.
Well, and it's more, there's going to be a lot of people in the audience
that are mixed or diverse. So yes, but I would never pay. Yeah, I would never pay the person more because it's.
And if you don't book a black comic or a female comic, you're never going to get to hook up with a black chick, Jesse.
That's my goal. That's what I got into
Some
comedy
radio
for.
shows are so hot they'll literally burn your eyes. Fortunately, this isn't one of those shows.
I feel like never listening to y'all again.
Pursuit of Happiness Radio.
Hey, you guys are watching us record segments for my afternoon show today in Houston, Texas on KPRC Radio, the oldest radio station in Texas, the oldest talk radio. Well, it's the oldest radio station in Houston, the oldest talk radio station in Texas. And we just turned 100. Can you believe that, Jesse? This radio station is 100 years old.
Wow, you don't look a day over 87, Kenny.
I feel good about that.
You look great.
Hey, what do you got coming up? Do-si-do and Conroe.
Kenny, we've got Do-si-do coming up. We're going to be doing Do-si-do. Kenny and I do a show called Couples Therapy, a relationship-themed comedy show. We're doing it at Houston's flagship premier music listening room, where we're going to be doing our Couples Therapy comedy show December 20th. Guys, this is the biggest show of my career, the biggest show of my year. Every year, it sells out every time I've done it. December 20th at Do-si-do. Tickets are available at dosido.com or jesseisfunny.com. Y'all get your tickets quick. They are going fast. Half the room is already sold out, and it will be sold out. It's brought to you by Morgan Burke Law Firm, so it's going to be a big show.
Can I just say, I'm looking at your website right now. I check this website periodically to see what, you're my friend. Sometimes I'm on the shows. My other friends are on the shows. I know we're getting near the end of the year here, but this is not usual for you. There's not a lot listed here. Usually you've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shows.
Right.
What's the deal with that?
I am staying home for the rest of the year. You'll notice every one of those shows, Conroe, Texas, Spring, Texas, Arlington, Texas, and the Woodlands Do-si-do are all Texas, guys. I'm staying home. I get to sleep in my bed every night. Ladies, if you play your cards right, you can also sleep in my bed. Sorry, shameless plug.
Okay, it's my understanding that part of the reason why you're doing this is you're going to take off for a month and start an OnlyFans account, something about doing J.O. videos. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm going to do exclusively J.O. videos. So, ladies, if you're into things, subscribe. And, fellas, if you're trying to get J.O.'d, holler at your boy.
All right, we are back on the radio now. We just took a short intermission. So people watching us during a commercial break on live streaming were able to hear mature comedy we cannot do while we're back on the radio. Isn't that weird how seconds we can go from dirty to clean, dirty to clean? How do we do that? How are we so diverse?
It's, you know what? I'm a man of many hats, Kenny. No cap.
And if anybody, no cap, no prophylactics. Is
None.
Yeah.
I don't know what either of those are.
I don't know what J.O. stands for. Just Orwellian is what I assume.
Yes.
If you're just getting connected, guys, Disney Plus will release a remastered Beatles documentary over Thanksgiving weekend. Unless Yoko gets it first, I guess. What are we looking at? What's Donald doing? Donald Trump is pardoning Gobble and Waddle. He's pardoning 2 turkeys. Now, it's my understanding there's a judge in Chicago that's already overturning the pardon. I know. Unbelievable. They can't, not even the turkey can get
I thought my mind went elsewhere when I heard Gobble and Waddle. I was like, they sound like 2 of my ex's names in my phone.
Wait, is that?
I gotta go, Kenny. Waddle is calling.
In my head, there's a very innocent part of me that just does right-wing morning talk radio. I thought you thought it was funny that the president is pardoning a turkey, but it's the word gobble.
And Waddle. Yeah. Those are two things that each of my exes are known for.
Well, that's great. That's fantastic. I'm sure she's a sweet girl.
You know how when you put a girl in your phone, it's like Brittany from Tomball or Brittany, Steak 48 or, some defining characteristic maybe where you met her. I have Ashley Waddle and Taryn Gobble.
Have you? You met a girl at Steak 48? Jesse, I have bad news for you. If you meet a woman at Steak 48, she's an escort. There's no question. Have you ever looked at the geotagged this is real inside Houston stuff for those that don't know. Steak 48 is a very expensive steakhouse right near this radio station. And there's two ways to look at a restaurant on Instagram. You probably know this. You can look at their account or you can look at the geotag located photos. Pictures that people that went to the restaurant posted. If you look at the Steak 48 page, it's nothing but nice pictures of food, pecan pie for Christmas and all that. If you look at the geotagged photos, it's nothing but the trampiest women you've ever seen with their butt cheeks hanging out, and they're going like this, and I'm here tonight. I'm here tonight to meet a man. It's nothing but the gold diggingest women, professional women,
Right.
and I'm told that that's a place to go meet them at.
Yeah, and then I've heard about all those trends, and there's also a new trend I just heard about this week where there's older homeowning men who allow younger women to stay with them rent-free in exchange for intercourse.
Wow, yeah.
And that sounds fantastic. I want one because I'm tired of paying rent.
Jesse, unbelievable.
I'm tired of paying rent, Kenny.
That was in poor taste. Hey, a question for you about that. So you meet women at Steak 48. Have you ever met a woman at Buc-ee's before?
I love Buc-ee's. They're my type.
What do you mean they're your type?
I like the...
What do you,
I
okay.
love beavers, Kenny. I love beavers. Don't make me say it.
No, beavers are great. No, you can definitely say that. A white liberal woman from up north came down to Texas and went to a Buc-ee's. What I'm about to show you isn't just a video. It's representative of a genre of videos. White liberals from up north will come down to Texas. They'll go to Buc-ee's. And they're like, I don't get what the big deal is. It's a clean bathroom with a lot of different snacks and gas and fuel that won't be, at the very least, they won't overcharge you. Do you want chili flavored dehydrated mango slices? Do you want, beaver nuggets, brisket sandwich? There's a lot of food there. You're on a road trip. It's clean. There's no lot lizards. Jesse, real quick, what's a lot lizard?
A lot lizard is a sweet, sweet angel from heaven that God sent here
It's not
to bless all the hardworking truck drivers.
and gave her no teeth for some
no
reason.
teeth,
A
yes.
lot. I think most people know what a lot lizard is. Anyway, like I said, this is a genre of video. I see these from time to time. It's always some woman named Becky or
Karen.
Yeah, exactly. She's that kind
She's
of.
a Karen for sure.
I'm at Buc-ee's right now, and I just am looking for an explanation of what the hype is. Like, this is hell. Everyone's like, you gotta go to Buc-ee's. This is like a Cracker Barrel and a gas station vomited all over each other.
You write jokes for a living. A Cracker Barrel and a gas station vomited all over each other.
I hate that she's using it with negative connotation. Because if I could get if I could get gas and a smothered chicken fried steak, sign me the hell up, Kenny.
Legit, dude. I get that there's things that make the South or the North, pros and cons to both, but Buc-ee's is what you have beef with?
Here's the problem. She's comparing it to like a Galleria shopping mall, and it should be compared to like a Chevron.
Right, that's it.
And if you compare it to a Chevron where, hey, while my car, because what's going on right now is your car is getting gas and you're in this huge shopping mall getting to do other things, and it's moving so efficiently like a Chick-fil-A drive-through, and your car is still getting gas.
See, you raise a good point there. People look at Buc-ee's and go, it's too crowded. But, kind of like Chick-fil-A, the line looks long, but...
Right, but when you meet it in person, it's catfished you because it's going to be small. Oh,
It's
sorry.
catfished you.
Sorry, that's something else.
It
It looks bigger in photos when I zoom in and use Photoshop and ChatGPT.
Are we talking about the same thing
No, we're
right
not,
now?
Kenny.
No.
We're talking about my beaver.
And then made the ugliest clothes you've ever seen. I'm actually horrified because I think this is what...
Wait. She's mad that you could buy an ugly shirt. Do you not understand that part of the genius of Buc-ee's is that you're on a road trip and maybe you forgot to get a silly gift for your uncle? He doesn't need anything. He lives in a ranch in Fredericksburg. He's got 3 pickup trucks and a boat. I know. Let's get him a silly shirt with a beaver on it. What, you're mad about that? You're a bitch. I
Right.
hate you.
How are you going to blaspheme something that's like inherent in our culture? Like it's mind-numbing.
I think not liking Buc-ee's is a litmus test to determine if you should get the F out of Texas.
That's it.
I don't get paid to promote Buc-ee's. I'm not a Buc-ee's spokesperson. The owner of Buc-ee's son, I think, had a child porn scandal, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
I'm not here to promote or sell it. I just don't get why you're mad about
She's
it.
unhappy because this is Texas, and in her restroom there were no men.
Yeah. Is that what they're mad about? Yeah, I was right about this. This is not the guy's fault, but technically, Buc-ee's co-founder's son wanted on child porn charge amid sex videos inquiry.
Yeah, he was caught Googling gobble and waddle.
What? What's going on right here in his mugshot? Do you want to describe it or should I?
Looks like a Valtrex commercial.
Oh no, Jesse Peyton, don't. Now I feel bad we've besmirched Buc-ee's. It's not Buc-ee's fault that
No.
someone that's
I'm
vaguely.
still gonna buy your merch.
Oh, 100%.
You can buy merch. You know what no one's buying is Exxon and Chevron merch.
Yeah, you're right.
Get outta here.
Yeah, nobody gives a damn about that. You could buy a surfboard at Buc-ee's.
Yes, you could take a. No, you can't take a shower, but you
What?
can.
They don't
It's a
have a
lot of
shower
things.
because they don't have. It's not a truck stop.
Right.
And I don't mind a truck stop either. Sometimes you need meth and a hooker. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
I want to show you something. This is brilliant. This guy knows how to play the game. There's a gentleman on. Anybody that's ever been married before? I've been married. You have too. And Jesse and I were both married to people that are better than us. We failed. What are you going to do? Here is a guy who has truly outkicked his coverage. We're watching a video. To those listening on the radio that want to know what we're looking at right now, we're looking at a guy who's like a Pittsburgh 4.5, and his wife is probably a Milwaukee 8 or whatever.
She's
and
pretty.
She is pretty. Watch the interaction here. She's playing checkers with her husband. He's playing four-dimensional chess. This takedown by him is great.
What are you doing?
What can I do for you?
I would just want to talk to you about a couple of things because I was thinking
Okay.
if I was never born,
Yes.
Yeah.
you would be with someone else then. Like
If you were never born, I would be with someone. Jane. My life started when I met you. So if you were never born, my life wouldn't have started. So I couldn't be with anybody else because you're the only person that I think of. That doesn't even make sense. Like, how could I be with anybody else if you didn't exist? Like, what sense does that make? I couldn't because you're my whole world. It's just, without you, I don't have a world.
Yes, bro.
Tremendous. I want to.
I'm just
Yeah,
I want to give this guy a guest spot on Couples Therapy.
dude. That is an epic response to this.
Because our Couples Therapy show is a spoof of relationships because you and I have failed in good ones. And similarly, I was put in a spot like this. This wasn't even rehearsed, Kenny. But my wife asked me one time, she was like, hey, if you could sleep with any one of my friends, who would it be? And I replied, in order? Which I don't know the correct answer, but that was the wrong one.
I would imagine another bad answer would be, oh, I've already slept with her. It wouldn't
All
matter.
of them, yeah.
Yeah. What would I even,
Yeah.
What, like a second time? Or I don't know. Anyway.
What, did Kristen talk to you? Let me text Kristen. We had a pact.
Let me text.
Supposed to go to the grave, Kristen.
Let me text Skylar right now. You got to admit, this guy is crushed
So
it, right?
good.
Yeah, man.
If you didn't exist, because similarly, I saw a similar couple where they did one where the woman goes, she walks into the bedroom, catches her husband off guard and goes, this thing says, would you punch me? Would you slap me for $1 billion? He goes, I would hit you with a shovel for $1 billion. He goes, I would back over you with the car for he goes, I would slap you for $40.
Now, obviously, we're against that, just so we're clear. We're just telling you what the guy said.
This was internet stuff.
And how it was kind of funny.
Yes.
Exactly. All right, last week you were here and we talked about female journalist Olivia Nuzzi. Olivia Nuzzi is this young woman who's worked at some of the biggest news outlets. I think without having her LinkedIn profile in front of me, I think she worked at the Washington Post, the New York Times, places like that, big news outlets, and started her career off in a sexual relation as a 17-year-old girl. When she was still going to college, hooked up with Keith Olbermann. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I hooked up with Keith Olbermann.
Oh, is that
too.
right?
That's
Did
how I
you-
got into comedy.
Did you get you and Keith?
He could go no, that's Chris
All
Berman.
right, all right. She more recently got very famous for traveling around the country with RFK Jr. when he was running for president, and she would send him spicy nudes. And at some point, apparently, I don't know if this upset Cheryl Hines, his wife, the Curb Your Enthusiasm actress, but Olivia Nuzzi is now she's got a book out, and here's what's so amazing about this: she now works at Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair is also Condé Nast, the book publisher, who I'm assuming is publishing her book. I'm not going to read it. The New York Post story reads, Vanity Fair to publish abstract nude portrait of Olivia Nuzzi as scandal-plagued journalist accused of shirking job duties. In an effort to make a point about how women in the media are sometimes oppressed, Olivia Nuzzi wrote a book about how she slept with these older, white, powerful men, really to get the story, I guess. And then to promote the book, she's now going to post nude photos of herself online. Girl power.
You are a strong, independent woman when you're naked using your vagina to get what you want. Way to stand on feminism, Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, man, we're going to get the story. I'm a hard-working female journalist. I'm going to use my snatch.
Rosie O'Donnell, incidentally, used to send nude photos that people thought were abstract.
I don't miss Rosie, do you?
I don't.
She moved to Ireland. Look, part of what bothers me about this is, like, obviously it's tacky and it probably upsets other female journalists. As a guy that tries to use all the resources available to him to get as far as I can in life, there's a part of me that doesn't blame her. You know, don't hate the player, hate the game, that kind of logic. But then on the other hand, you know, it's
no man is mad about this. No conservative man is mad about this. The only people mad about this are ugly liberal women,
right,
or as they're normally called, liberal women.
A little while back, I don't remember what year, I think it was 2012, I don't remember when it was, the Republican National Convention was held in Cleveland that year, or wherever it was, I don't remember. I think it was Cleveland or somewhere in the Midwest that you wouldn't want to go unless you had to, Milwaukee or whatever. And to protest the Republican Party, hundreds of topless feminist protesters showed up to protest against the sexism of the Republican Party. Now, as a man, if a bunch of topless women showed up to protest a Jesse Peyton comedy show.
Well, if they're liberal, I would be disinterested, because you wouldn't even be able to see their boobs unless they were bottomless, because I don't know if you know where liberal boobs lie, but it's somewhere between the knee and the waist.
Yes. Thank you for that. Yeah, that's what it was. It was 2012. No, well, they did it more than once. Looks like they did it in 2004. Sorry.
What are you Googling over there, Kenny?
I'm trying. I'll show you right now. I was trying to find the Republican convention topless protesters. I guess they did it in 2004. They did it a lot. And Google image search is always fun because you can look at this stuff. I never really understood this. Women dressing up in silly costumes. Here we go. 2012 Republican convention. Women dressed like vaginas to protest Mitt Romney. They had a thing that Code Pink organized called, what was it? Bring your vagina to the Castro Theater in San Francisco. Take that, Mitt Romney.
That'll teach you.
That'll teach you, or we're going to look silly and stupid. Does looking silly and stupid for a protest, does that ever work?
That looks like an Arby's commercial.
Thank you, Jesse.
Sorry.
Jesse Payne, you got some shows coming up. We got people on the radio listening. What would you...
If you're in the Houston area, if you're outside of Texas, you won't get to see me till 2026. I'm taking off the rest of the year, staying local. But December 6th, I'm going to be at Southern Star Brewery doing a show called Kill Jesse with Kenny Webster. Both of these shows actually have Kenny. And then December 20th, Do-Si-Do in the Woodlands, and we are doing the DFW area. Do we have listeners in the DFW area, Kenny?
We do. We were there, weren't we?
We were there in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
And we're going to be back at Arlington Music Hall on December 13th, 12/13, doing couples therapy. It's going to be a fun show.
Boy,
Can't wait to be back.
that does sound like a fun show. And if people want to buy tickets for all this stuff, I guess...
JesseIsFunny.com. Jesse is funny.
I go to that website, JesseIsFunny.com. I'm Kenny Webster. I love you all. I want to thank my good buddy, Jesse Payton. Follow Jesse is Funny on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. Are you on the TokTik still, or you got...
Yeah, I do TikTok. I do Instagram mainly and Facebook. Most of my stuff is on Facebook. Jesse Peyton Comedy.
Weirdly, the places where conservatives seem to get censored the most and dirty comedians seem to get censored the most, you thrive on those platforms. How do you get away with it?
Yeah, I've got a good... I know how to use an ampersand instead of an A in a word to make that... when I say liberal cuck, I have to change words up.
Is there any truth to the rumor that you and Mark Zuckerberg have a physical relationship, and that's why he's not banning your profile?
That's absolutely. I do hand jobs.
You are listening to the Pursuit of Happiness Radio. Tell the government to kiss your ass.